All right, so what's going on in Hollywood? Do we care? I don't. It's a little group there that takes care of one another. You know what, though? I have to tell you something about those people. They have really struggled and suffered, and they're not exactly all that you think. They have lives that aren't so wonderful all the time. I want you to know that all of the organizations, institutions that have been hiding things are breaking up. Why? I'm going to tell you why this must happen and will happen and is happening right now. You ready for this? Yeah, they don't want you to know this, but it's happening. It can't be avoided. It's out there for everyone to see. Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. Hope you'll subscribe. Your support puts me on the map, puts me out there, and the more you support me, the more my message gets to volume. That's the only way YouTube will do it, is that you say, I like this, and it says, great, we'll show it to other people. And then the word gets out that we are amazing, we're already perfect, that if we function as serving others and the whole, that this world will transform in ways and no one will lack for anything. We're going to talk about Hollywood. We're going to talk about what they don't want you to know. Who are they? I have to think about this. Think about the millions and billions of dollars that are controlled by such a small group of people. The more money you have, the more you can keep other people from getting it. Why? Because we believe what we're told, we limit ourselves, and we doubt ourselves and our capabilities. Why? Because we rely on their systems, and so those systems can keep us in disempowerment. What do we have to do? We have to create our own systems. Our systems include everybody, provided that you behave, right? Because if you're not serving the whole, it doesn't work, because they don't want you to know that they are turning on each other. Now, here's what's happening. Don't go, oh, yay! You know, I don't want that. I don't wish bad on anybody, but I do have to tell you what I do know, is that when you serve yourself, they turn on each other, these packs of people that are getting together, because when you serve yourself, you will always turn on the other to protect yourself and get more. Have you ever seen like these stories about these criminals? Sometimes like they get the money and then they knock each other off because they're in such a low frequency that the lower frequency you are, the more you protect you, the more paranoid you are, the more you trust no one, because you never do anything for anybody else but yourself. Right? You will never sacrifice anything from here for anything out there. All right? And so they don't want you to know some of the things, the cracks that are happening out there, but we're going to see it doesn't matter. It's showing up. So when you're in the basement and you can't find your way around and it's dark and musty and you're scraping to survive, what do? You're not going to hand your last stuff over to somebody. You know, you're going to scrape and grab it and, maybe take out somebody to survive. Survive for what? Everybody's going to leave here, right? Now, when you're in the penthouse, it's bright and beautiful. There's abundance up there. There's nothing to hoard because there's so much abundance and giving. Why? Because everybody's always giving. So if the table's sitting in the middle and everybody's putting things on it, it's flowing over. And if anybody needs anything, well, they can go take something, and they're putting more in. When you're in the basement, there is no table. There's just taking, and so what is that? That collapse. So those who will pull together for their own cause, they'll start to turn on each other. They have to. Why? Because we as one will no longer tolerate. I had a video quite a while about this. It's zero tolerance. So he said, well, that's not love and compassion. Oh, yes, it is. Zero tolerance for that which I'm accepting into my life. All right? You can make that decision, but I won't tolerate certain things in my world. In other words, it's not allowed in the penthouse. You're in the mansion. Yeah, that's fine. If you want to be in the basement, that's fine. You're welcome. But you will not be up in the penthouse. It's not tolerated up there because it is not the frequency that can get you there. Right? That's all it is. It's not to be judged. It's just a choice. The cracks are opening up. They're splitting up. And so these tight-knit little organizations, even trying to control each other, are starting to collapse. We're seeing the cracks. We're seeing them turn on each other. And therefore, you're going to see less of society supporting them. And so we are now saying, you know what? We're looking up to people in Hollywood. Look up to people like there's some big whoop. Somebody can act. Great. What a beautiful, art. Why would you elevate that person? Because they're seen by a lot of people. That makes them what? Just another person. Fame. You've seen the problems that come with that. And so we elevate people in those positions as if it's good without knowing the cracks in those foundations and what's going on behind those doors. And I said in my last video, the walls are tumbling down. What's on the other side of the wall? Truth. Truth of what's really going on. Yeah, what is truth? It's whatever you want it to be, right? But truth of, show me everything that's going on, and then I can make a decision. We'll never completely know everything, by the way, but when it comes to society, don't always trust what you see and hear from people. This is rampant on the internet. You guys are in Digital Explorers. My first webinar that I give you is the top 5 reasons businesses online fail. And by the way, 90% of them do. Why? There's no structure. There's no structure behind it. There's just greed and what can I get and lies. And so people join all these things to get stuff. So they are in the self-service greed mode. We all go into it. We've all been there. We want stuff. And so we want to believe the lies. And so we're fueling the lies because, God forbid, you actually have to work or do something good and not sell, plastic crap from another country. We actually have to do something good for society. That's too much work for a lot of people until you figure out this isn't real, it doesn't work. These are just more promises for things to self-serve. And that doesn't work. It's becoming extremely transparent now. It's being allowed less and less. But, Google can't catch all this stuff. YouTube can't catch all of this stuff. If somebody promises something, it's up to you to ask yourself where that's coming from. What is the final result of this? Am I idolizing somebody because they have money or fame or whatever else? Those cracks are going to show up. And by the way, there's some wonderful people in Hollywood, wonderful people in government and NASA and the medical industry. It's not black or white at all. So take a good look at each situation and ask yourself, what's your gut feeling? And if you are fueling that separation and elevation of those who really don't deserve it, right? They're going to be revealed because service to self and low frequencies have been working together to gain this power and control, but they will turn on each other, and they're starting to. So you're seeing Hollywood break up, people are leaving our country. Why? Something else going on there, by the way. It's not because they don't like our president. There's something else going on. You don't sell your homes and leave the country because of that. That's bullcrap. There's something else going on there. So don't believe everything you say, and just ask yourself what you're doing personally. They're turning on each other, and the corruption always comes to the surface. It has to. You can't keep that game going forever. Right? You have to unplug. I'm going to keep using that word, unplug. I'm unplugging. It's like, what am I doing and using and, and facilitating that has to change if I want to change? What is it I desire? And if it's good things, and if you're including other in those good things, then you're on the right path, because you're going to change this world that way. You're going to change the world, and it's not easy. But what's the alternative? Right? Sit and feel sorry for yourself, stay in a rotten job, that's not good for people, planet, animals, putting stuff in your body that's horrible. It's very difficult to avoid all this stuff, but you can do it. I just picked up my girlfriend and said, hey, you want to go shopping? She's British. She doesn't drive here for whatever reason. She doesn't like to drive. She's from New York. I don't blame her. There's a lot of crazy tourists here. So I picked her up and said, hey, I know that you like to eat super healthy. She's a skinny little thing. She's adorable. She says, yeah. I said, come on, I'll come get you. And we went shopping. We had fun. Then we went to another grocery store and we got some little items and organic foods, and we brought our bags, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. We had so much. I said, this is so much fun to actually shop with somebody. Is that a big deal? Yeah, it's a big deal. This is how simple your life can be. And then I come home and I got these beautiful foods. I'm like, well, what am I going to make? And she says, do you like Indian food? I said, I love Indian food. I love the spices. In fact, a friend of mine brought a whole bunch of spices back from Dubai. Oh, right from the markets. I said, yeah, let's play with this. This is simple life that you can live that's beautiful and fun, and it doesn't have to be some off-the-chart craziness. And this is where Hollywood gets into trouble. It always has to be this extreme. They can never get enough. Right? And that's not all of them. But there's a whole sector of people that go into it for that. And then there's some great actors, and I love them. And we just lost a couple of actors, some beautiful people. So again, it's not everyone. But I want you to take a good hard look at who you idolize and watch these organizations, these groups, I should say, groups of people who are building their lives on this self-greatness. And that is going to show out there and crack up, because they will turn on each other as soon as it's not working for one of them. They're going to blame each other. So that's why I want you to stop fighting if you want to go into transformation, because you're just turning on each other. Doesn't matter if you're a Hollywood star or if you're just on in my comment section picking on somebody. Yeah, it's going down. It's going down. So don't let that be you. Just observe it. We don't have to judge it. It is what it is. It's all good. It's all good. But prepare. The planet is going through some changes, and we're going to see a lot more. I don't see anything. I don't see a huge cataclysmic event by man. I don't think that our friends who are here, and I do believe they are here, will allow it, because they serve the whole. They're not going to let us take it that far. Yeah? Let's hope. You and I can stop that. All right? You ready for this? You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Go into my description. I have all kinds of products that you can use down there that do not come in plastic. They're non-toxic, including your toothpaste. Toothpaste is toxic. Did you know that? Poisonous. It doesn't come in plastic. Well, anything. Oh, I'm drinking spring water. Oh yeah, it's in plastic. It's leaching poisons in. I have a water filter down there that I just purchased. Oh my gosh. It takes arsenic out, all the poisons. Oh my gosh, it's just pharmaceuticals that are in our water. When I found out what's in our water, it's scary, but we have to start cleaning it up. Just say no. No tolerance, creation, service to others. You are welcome when you abide by the service to others that works. That works. All are loved. You can never make a mistake. It's okay. We're here. We're experiencing everything. Yes, I'll say it again. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.